Thinking about becoming a certified peer recovery specialist in Maryland? Let's walk through what the board is actually looking for. First things first, are you 18 or older? Do you live or work in the state of Maryland at least 51% of the time? Do you identify as a person in recovery from a substance use disorder or a mental health challenge? If yes, keep going. You must have a high school diploma, a GED, or college transcripts. Pro tip: education documents must be sent directly to the board from your school or a third-party processing company. They must come in a sealed envelope or from an official email. Never open the envelope. Never upload or email your own documents. If you touch it, it won't be accepted. Before you even start the online application, write everything out on a separate piece of paper by hand. Names, dates, training, hours. Make sure everything lines up before you enter it online. You will need 3 references, 2 professional and 1 personal. These references should be people who have actually witnessed your work in the peer recovery world. Make sure you have each reference's name, phone number, and email address ready. When you submit the application, you will enter their information into the portal and the system will email them directly. Pro tip: contact your references before you submit, follow up afterward, and always thank them. Now let's talk about hours. The 500 service hours are different from the 30 supervision hours. The 500 service hours can be paid or volunteer peer recovery work. These hours must be documented by the organization where you performed the service on official letterhead. The letter must include your name, dates of service, location, and total hours. If you worked at more than one organization, you need a separate letter from each one. Pro tip: gather these letters as you go and make copies so you don't lose them later. Supervision is separate. You need 30 total hours of supervision, 5 hours in advocacy, 5 hours in ethical responsibility, 5 hours in recovery and wellness, 5 hours in mentoring and education, 5 hours in harm reduction, and 5 hours in general supervision or self-care. All supervision must be provided by a board-approved registered peer supervisor. If your supervisor is not approved, those hours will not count. All supervision must be documented and signed. Education is another major piece. You need 50 hours of board-approved peer-specific training. This includes 1 core training of at least 30 hours. You also need 10 hours in advocacy, 10 hours in recovery and wellness, 10 hours in mentoring and education, 16 hours in ethical responsibility, and 4 hours in harm reduction. Pro tip: every training must come with a certificate that lists your name, the training title, the number of CEUs awarded, and the approved provider. No certificate means no hours. Next is the personal statement. This is where you introduce yourself to the board and explain why you want to become a certified peer recovery specialist. This is not your life story. This is not war stories or 12-step work. This is a professional statement about your recovery and your peer role. Write it out first, review it for clarity and accuracy, and then enter it into the portal. Do not use AI. Finally, make sure you sign the principles and guidelines for certified peer recovery specialists and sign and notarize the MABPCB release form. Preparation builds confidence. Clarity prevents delays. Do the work once and do it right. Empower Path Academy. Empower. Encourage. Elevate.
There's something about the desert light that makes this old coach shine. Just me, the team, and miles of open sand ahead. Can't beat the rhythm of hoofbeats when the sun's going down. It's a good ride, makes a man feel alive.